I like about the Korg Nautilus is that it's really user-friendly. Like, you can hit one button, mode, and you have set list, program, sampling, combination, and sequencer right in front of you. And also the customization of everything, like you can change the stereo perspective, you can change the panning, you can change the lid position, release time, all in this one user interface, so I really like that. So when I'm playing live especially, I'm kind of living in set list mode, so it's super easy to set it up, especially when, you know, I'm on the go, on stage. So I just set up, let's say, like 8 sounds, and click of a button, I can change to an Italian grand, or I can change to synth lead. So set list is probably where I live mostly on stage. So when I first got the Nautilus, I was super excited because I'm such a big fan of the Kronos. So when I got it, I was a little like skeptical of how it was gonna be, but once I turned it on and started messing around with it, I fell in love with it. The new sounds they put in, and yeah, it's just a great board, and I loved how it sounds. I especially love like these click-on like buttons that just pop up. I find myself just playing with them a lot, but I like it because you can just like mess around with your reverb or like effects and stuff, and once you put it back down, then you can't mess with it ever. One of my favorite sounds from the Nautilus, piano-wise, is the Italian grand piano. It's my go-to when I'm playing on this keyboard. I love putting it on audience for the serious perspective and then kicking the mechanical noise all the way up. It just gives that like really nice feel, and it feels like I'm playing a piano actually. So Italian grand piano is one of my favorites. One of my favorite features on the Nautilus is called the dynamic button that's right here. Basically, you can play, and if you crank up this knob all the way, you can play at a lower velocity, but the dynamic just like intensifies, so you don't have to put as much pressure on the board. So that's one of my favorite features of the Nautilus, and I love playing it live. I've actually used it once with the Nautilus 88 and the Chrono 61 live, and it just made playing a whole lot easier, especially when like you're low in your monitor on stage, and you can just crank this up and start playing, and it's just a whole lot easier. I definitely see the Nautilus becoming a tool in my recording world, especially because it's such a diverse keyboard, and there's so many sounds you can choose from. There's Rhodes, there's organs, there's strings, there's brass, which I actually used on my new upcoming project. I definitely see it becoming like one of my main tools that I use in the studio, especially because it's so diverse. I think a lot of people are gonna find so many sounds on this keyboard that's like there's thousands of sounds that you can just pick and choose from, and I've had this board for a few months and I haven't even touched like 50% of the sounds that's on this board. So there's many sounds that you can choose from or experiment with. The thing that's gonna definitely separate this board from the rest is how many sounds and how many quality sounds that's in this board. Like there's so many quality pianos, keyboards, organs. You get a lot of keyboards that like maybe have some good piano sounds, but the Rhodes is kind of slacking a little. But on this board, everything is great. There's so many great piano sounds, and it's also so customizable as well. You can have, you know, lid position, damper resonance, damper noise, mechanical noise, note release. So there's so many things that you can experiment with, and I don't think anybody will be disappointed if they get this board.